you don't know what a Roman Empire what like how long no wait but then I feel I'm boring what by this gives this part like it's literature fiction but Louis like Louis. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here in my channel. If you're new, hi and welcome. I'm Ra and I'm very happy to see you here. I love to read, so if you're here I hope you also like to read. And in today's video I want to tell you about my Roman Empire books, because I got this idea a while ago in a video and I was like, oh my god, that's a great idea I just got. Like this idea that I just thought of, it's incredible. So I decided to film it and this is a video of that. If you don't know what the term Roman Empire is, it's a term that I think it became famous on TikTok because someone asked a man how much he thought on the Roman Empire, and he said, like maybe 3-4 times in a week or something. And so this concept became famous, which is basically how much time you think of something that you love. That thing that you think a lot of, it's your Roman Empire. So I decided to do this video of what books are my Roman Empire books. So basically what books I think of every single day or constantly or just a lot of because I love them. And I have here a list. I tried to pick books that I have not really talked much here in my channel because I feel like I'm always recommending the same books. So I decided to try and show a few that either I have not talked about much or I have talked about but very like a long time ago. So you could see this video with different books than usual, and I'm very excited. So I'm just gonna go through the ones. I'm gonna also show you these are all the books that I'm gonna be talking about. I think and I hope you can see them. First one, as you saw, if you saw, is Call Me By Your Name by rareadss. You're also gonna see most of these books are gay or like LGBTQ books, because as someone who's part of the community, I love reading these kind of books. And this one is beautiful. I actually read it because I saw the film first and I was in love with, because Timothée Chalamet, who's not in love with him, and I adored it. It is great. I really like the writing and the whole Italian vibes. I just adore. And in case you don't know, this is a book about this guy who whose father is a writer, and they always spend the summers in this small town in Italy. Normally the dad hires someone to help him with his writing, like with reading his books and for that person to like figure out if it's a good book or if not, if what things should be changed and all that stuff. And this specific summer the guy that the other hires ends up kind of liking the guy, like the main character, who is Elio, and Elio also likes him. So it's a love story, but it's a very big age gap because Elio is like 17, 18 and the other guy is like 40. But besides the age gap, it's actually pretty cute, and the whole Italian vibes I adore. And at the end it's pretty sad. Like the end is so sad, I want to cry. And apparently this is the first book. Apparently there's a second one that I didn't know existed until when I finished reading it. I saw it on Goodreads, so now I want the second one just to know what happens with Elio, because he's obviously my favorite character and it's great. And it's called Call Me By Your Name because in one scene he says, but it would also be me calling him by his name as well, hoping he would call me back by mine. Cute. It has very cute paragraphs. Some scenes are like +18 and I didn't like those because I don't like those scenes. But besides those, and the fact that this is a very big age gap, the book is great and it's one of my Roman Empires because the book is just wonderful. It's a love story in Italy. It's gay love story, love like man love man in love. Absolute adore this book so much with all my heart. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna put it there. And the second book is also a gay book, and it is Maurice by E.M. Forster. I talked about this, and I actually think I did a whole analyzation of the book when I did the review of it, because I studied this at uni. And this is a story about Maurice, who is a university student, but he is gay, and he figures that out with this one guy. that he also studies with, but this guy, it's called Clive, is very, very toxic, and we all hate him. Like, it's just very toxic. And Maurice is basically trying to make Clive like him constantly, and it's just their love story on how Maurice figures out that he doesn't want to be with him anymore because he it's very toxic, and he doesn't like that, and he starts liking this other guy who is incredibly nice, which is called Alec. It's just a love story in university. This is like dark academia vibes in England in the 70s. I don't even remember the year this was written, but I love this book so much. And again, I could give you a complete analysis of this book and a few other books that I read for uni, or books that I just really like. So if you want to see me give you a specific analysis of books, let me know, because I can do a whole series of it, because that is exciting. But yeah, I really love this book, and I think of it every day because I adore it. When I finish it, I think it took me like 2 days to actually process all this book, because beautiful, wonderful, we love it. Everyone should read this book. I feel like I always say everyone should read books. I don't know, I think I should not said that much. Anyway, that is the second book, so it goes to the pile. The next one is Emma by Jane Austen. If you don't know, I am a huge Jane Austen fan, and this is my favorite book of hers that I have read. I still have a few left that I am thinking of doing a video of reading Jane Austen for a week. But this book, beautiful. This is the story of Emma. She is a hopeless romantic. She doesn't want to she wants to fall in love, but at the same time it's like, why would I want to be in a relationship? This character gives me lesbian asexual vibes, and I adore it. And I can't even really tell you what it is about, because you should actually read it without knowing. Like, just get into it and fall in love with the character and the rest of the characters, and the experience of reading this book. I think everyone just should go into this book knowing nothing, because of that experience that you get while you read it. But I adore it. This is a great book. I think of it almost every day because I love it. And I'm always going to be recommending this book forever. Like, it's going to be 50 years from now, I'm still going to be read Emma by Jane Austen, because I love it so much. And from the books that I have read, this is my favorite. So yeah, you should read this book because it's great and we'll love it, and it's great. I really wish I could give you better explanations of these books at this point, but some of them I read quite a long ago and I don't really remember, but it's fine. The next one is actually a book I think I talked about 2 or 3 times on my channel, and it is On Earth We're Bravely Gorgeous. And I love this book. I love the writing style. This is like non-fiction. It's not fiction, literary fiction, and it is by Ocean Vuong. I don't know how to pronounce the name, I'm sorry, but he actually wrote a different book and now I want to read it. But this is a great story about this person, like this guy who writes a letter to his mother. The thing is, the mother cannot read the letter, so the guy, the main character, reads the letter to the mother. And while that happens, a few other conversations come up, and things that the main character is experiencing, and things that the letter is bringing up to light comes up as well. And I really like it. It has some scenes that are pretty hard to read, so maybe look for, if I'm not wrong, you should look for trigger warning just in case. But you should always look for trigger warnings books, but I feel for this one, if I remember right, there are a few parts that you should know that those are in there just in case you don't want to read about them. It is great. I love it. It talks about love, it talks about death, it talks about grief, it talks about being in relationships and liking people, and it's great. I really like it. And funny enough, I read this book and I imagined the main 2 characters as Lando Norris and Alex Salmon, I think it was. I don't know why, but in my head it was the funniest ship ever. And it doesn't make any sense because this book has nothing to do with F1, but in my head it was like, they're them. And I think about it every day just because of the writing. The thing is, I only think about this book because I love the writing of this book, and I wish every single book could be written like this one. But the story is actually very good as well, so also go look for it if you are interested, because the title is great, the cover is beautiful, and the story inside is even prettier and even more handsome. The actual cover and the actual outside of the book. So that goes there. And the last one is a thick book. So if you're scared of thick books like I am, you should try and read it, when you have a lot of time. And that is Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. I don't remember now the name of Tolstoy actually, but Leo Tolstoy. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I think it was Leo. I don't know. The thing is, this book is great. As you can see, it's kind of a thick book. I don't know why this guy only wrote like thick books, because I have War and Peace that I want to read, and it's also like this big. I don't understand why he only wrote big books, but this is great. He's a Russian author, okay, and Russians wrote a lot of descriptions. So if you don't like very detailed descriptions, don't read it. Mainly because maybe this book can have like 3 pages of the description of a house. Just maybe 3 pages of different parts of the house, but 3 pages of a house. And it's like, why? But this is a great story. It tells the story of Anna Karenina and how she falls in love with this guy, and how she has like, the family members, and how she wants to, marry this very rich person so she can get money and she can, be part of their high society. And then there's also a few other characters. There is this girl who is in love with a pueblo, like a guy from like the village, like just a random normal guy called Levin, my favorite character. And the thing is, she is in love with him, but she has to marry like a person from the high society, because that is what used to happen in this period of time, that people, if they wanted to get in a better position, they had to marry someone over them. And so she tries to she has to marry this guy she's not in love with. And the thing is, she's in love with Levin. So that is like, there's that love story there, and then a Karenina with this guy. And the guy is a doctor, if I'm not wrong. It has a lot of drama. Like, this book is just Gossip Girl in the 90s, in the 80s. I don't remember when this book, I don't know when this book was written, to be honest. I have no idea when this book was written, but it has a lot of drama. Like, if you like drama, read this book. And if you like drama in high societies, this book is for you, because it literally is drama constantly. If something is happening to someone, there's something else happening to someone else. It's just constant drama. And it is, high society, high class, and rich people with like poor people, and what is their relationship. It's just, I think it's just a book from the the 19th century that is pretty common, because I feel like all the books from that time are like pretty dramatic and like gossipy kind of stuff, and like there's a lot of romance and people cheating and stuff like that. I feel that is quite a lot of a theme around the 19th century books, at least all the 19th century books that I have read. But this book is great. I think about it just a lot because it is beautiful. Levin is my absolute favorite book boyfriend. He's one of my favorite book boyfriends, and it's great. We all love book boyfriends that are wonderful, and Levin is one of them. And you should, this book is great. Again, it's a very thick, so try to read it when you have an actual, long period of time of free time. And the thing is, this book gets you like hooked up pretty easily if you like 19th century novels, because of the writing style. Again, if you don't like very detailed descriptions, don't read it, because I love it, and that's why it got me hooked up that fast, because I just really like learning about the situation and where they are and the colors of things. And like, it makes me it helps me a lot with the image in my head that I create of what is happening. But if you don't like that, you should also read it again. Like, you should definitely read it still, but it's gonna make you read it like slower, because that is a lot of part of books. Because I don't know why these kind of books from Russian authors are all very detailed and very descriptive, but beautiful book. We all love it. I mean, we all love it. I love it, and because I love it, I want you to read it, because I want you to also love it like I do. If you don't, if you have read it and you don't like it, it's fine. But I will always recommend books that I adore, so you can also enjoy them. And this is one of them. So you should read Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I think it was Leo. Again, I don't know. But yeah, those are all the books that I have for you today. This is not a very long video, but I really wanted to tell you some of, the books that I, think of, if not every day, almost every day, because adore them so much. And again, I try to pick books that I have not talked much in my channel, because I feel like Lauren Asher, I talked so much of her books, I love her, and there are a few other books I am constantly thinking of or talking about, so I try to pick books that I've not talked much, so you can see them once in a while and see that and know that I have them and I have read them. But yeah, I am very happy to have done this video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you can notify when I post a new video. Share this video on my channel with your book friends, because I would love to grow and share these opinions that I have of books with other people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am very happy to see you here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.